Good morning. Thank you for joining us today for the dedication of a portion of Maryland Route 80 in honor of Battalion Chief Josh Laird, as well as the groundbreaking for the new Green Valley Fire Station. My name is Tom Coe, and I have the honor of serving as the fire chief here in Frederick County. I'd like to start this morning off by introducing some very important folks who are here with us today and some additional special guests. With us today, representing Senator Alsobrooks, is Nan Mann. Representing Senator Van Hollen is Robin Summerfield. From our state delegation, we have Senator Bill Folden and Delegate Jesse Pippy. We have with us our county executive, Jessica Fitzwater. Our county council president, Brad Young. County council member, Renee Knapp. And council member, Jerry Donald. Also with us today is Chief Administrative Officer, John Peterson. Sarah Laird, wife of Battalion Chief Josh Laird. Aaron and Madeline Laird, daughters of Battalion Chief Josh Laird. We're excited to have with us today members of Battalion Chief Laird's immediate family and close friends. From the Division of Fire and Rescue Services, we have Deputy Chief Steve Leatherman and Deputy Chief Kenny Poole. From the International Association of Firefighters, Local 3666, we have President Stephen Jones. From the Frederick County Volunteer Fire and Rescue Association, we have President Jeff Schrey. This project started for the new fire station almost 22 years ago, and we are so excited to have one of the folks that started this off, Deputy Chief Warnie Stevens, retired Deputy Director of the Division of Fire and Rescue Services. We have President Chip Jewell of the Libertytown Fire Company, who is also the retired Director of the Division of Volunteer Fire and Rescue Services. We have Jason Stitt, Director of the Division of Public Works. And representatives from our architect, Bignell, Watkins, and Hasser, as well as our contractor, Tech Contracting Incorporated. Today's ceremonies stir a range of emotion, from solemn remembrance with the honoring of a fallen firefighter who gave his life in the line of duty, to jubilation with the kickoff of the much-anticipated construction of a replacement fire station for the Green Valley Fire Station. Some may question how these two events really fit together. But at the time of his passing, Battalion Chief Josh Laird served as the station commander for the Green Valley Fire Station and was very active on the planning committee that worked on the design of the new fire station. The section of Route 80 that will be dedicated for him today will pass right in front of the new fire station, forever connecting Battalion Chief Laird with the new Green Valley Fire Station and reaffirming Frederick County's commitment to never forget those who gave all in service to our community. We will begin today's event with the roadway dedication. Battalion Chief Josh Laird was a 21-year veteran of the Frederick County Fire Service. He joined the Division of Fire and Rescue Services on July 31st of the year 2000 as a member of Recruit Class Number 4. He rose through the ranks to captain and was assigned to the Green Valley Fire Station. Josh was a highly decorated member of our organization, receiving the Silver Star of Bravery and several unit citations and life-saving awards. Outside our organization, he was engaged in local community in various capacities. But more than anything, Josh's favorite role was that of husband to Sarah and father to Aaron and Maddie. On the afternoon of August 11th, 2021, Josh responded to a reported house fire in the 9500 block of Ball Road in Imesville. Battalion Chief Laird responded calmly and professionally, as he always did. During that firefight, Battalion Chief Laird fell from the first floor into the basement and became trapped. He was rescued by his fellow firefighters, but died in the line of duty as a result of the injuries he received that day. Today, we honor Battalion Chief Laird's dedication and service to Frederick County. I'd like to invite State Senator Bill Folden up to share some words.
Thanks, Chief. So this bill, this naming of this highway is actually just it's important to me and others, to our community, because this was actually my very first bill I ever passed in the legislature, was being able to honor our fallen sons and daughters that serve our community, that serve our country, our state. And it stemmed from a very genuine inquiry by my then 10-year-old son as we were going down through West Virginia to go see a Marshall University football game. And they had honored their sons, their daughters. As we went down that trek through the state of West Virginia, we went across different sections of roadway, and they had honored these different fallen sons and daughters of their community, their state. And my son, in his genuine curiosity, says, "Daddy, how'd that person die? How'd that soldier die?" And I said, "I don't know, son. Look it up, link on your iPad. Let's find out together." My son learned more in that 5-hour trip about service and sacrifice to our community than he probably did, than I know he did that whole year of history in his 5th grade. It's important that we honor those that run towards danger while others are seeking safety. And that's what this is about today. This is about honoring Battalion Chief Josh Laird and recognizing the family that put so much in the dangers that are faced by our community and ultimately sacrificed so much. Josh made the ultimate sacrifice for not only his community, but for his friends, those that were on the scene with him. He wanted to make sure they were safe. And that's what we must always remember about Josh and this. And that's why it's important that today we're able to honor him, to honor his sacrifice, but to also pay recognition to the family that has lost so much in the service to our community. And Sarah, if you would, I'd like to just give you this citation from the Senate. And it's a Senate official citation, and just states that, "Be it hereby known to all that special recognition is given in honor of Battalion Chief Josh Laird. In recognition for your unwavering commitment and service to the citizens of Frederick County, your leadership continues to inspire and enrich the lives of so many, especially the next generation of professionals within the Frederick County Department of Fire Rescue Services." Presented this 9th day of March, 2026. With that, I'd like to present that to you, please. Thanks, Chief.
Thank you, Senator Folden. I'd now like to introduce Sarah Laird, wife of Battalion Chief Josh Laird, for some words.
Good morning. Thank you all for being here. My name is Sarah Laird, and I am the widow of Battalion Chief Josh Laird, who lost his life in a house fire on August 11, 2021, while serving the citizens of Frederick County. Green Valley Station 25 is where Josh spent the greatest amount of his time during his 21 years with the Department of Fire and Rescue Services. His final station transfer was from Braddock Heights to Green Valley, and he was especially excited about it because as station captain, he would get to serve on the team planning the construction of the new Station 25. If you've ever visited the current station, you know it's cozy. And by cozy, I mean cramped at best. But Josh didn't mind. It was very much a second home. I remember one Thanksgiving when Josh was working at 25, I brought our girls down to the station and we squeezed around a table with the crew and a few other family members. There were more people than chairs, elbows were definitely touching, and I'm pretty sure someone was sitting on a cooler. But there was also a lot of laughter and love. Josh loved connecting with the community. He would take the engine and his crew to Green Valley Elementary School each week to read to the students. He genuinely loved spending time with those kids and believed that supporting public education was one of the most important things we could do for our youth. Now, with limited space at Station 25, physical training often happened outside. Sometimes it involved a friendly basketball game. And I put friendly in quotes because from what I understand, things could get a little competitive. One of those games resulted in Josh breaking his thumb, which quite conveniently limited his ability to change diapers at home for a while. My understanding is this may have also ended the competitive sports division-wide, so you're welcome. Josh was always early to work, at least an hour early, oftentimes more. One of the first things he would do was make a pot of coffee for the outgoing shift. Over the years, this caused a small amount of panic among some rookies who suddenly realized a senior firefighter had beaten them to the coffee pot. Josh would calmly reassure them that it was okay and not to worry, but he did have one rule. If you ever washed his coffee cup, then there would be a problem. I know that for much of his time at Station 25, Josh worked with Mark Lakin, who became lovingly known as Number 2, Dose. Even after Mark transferred to another station, he would sometimes meet Josh in the parking lot in the morning and bring him a cup of coffee just so they could catch up before heading to their shifts. It was also at Station 25 that Josh taught Mark how to drink coffee. This apparently confused Mark's wife, Sam, quite a bit. And honestly, I'm not sure if she's ever fully forgiven my husband for that. Although Sam probably got off easy. At least Mark didn't bring home a cat from Station 25. Josh did. One January, a small cat appeared at the station after feeding her Spam for a few shifts, which I'm told is apparently perfectly reasonable firefighter solution to feeding a stray animal, Josh eventually brought her home. We named her Blaze, and she spent more than 16 years as a member of our family. It wasn't until I sat down to prepare these remarks that I realized just how big of an impact Green Valley Station 25 had on my life and on the lives of my daughters. At this point, I imagine Josh is somewhere saying, it's about time they built that firehouse. I know Josh will never sit around the table at the new Station 25, but I hope these stories and many more that I'm sure I don't even know about are passed down to future crews who will call the station home. I hope the memorial signs placed here in Josh's honor will help ensure those stories and his legacy remain a part of the station and this community for many years to come. I would also like to thank County Executive Fitzwater, the County Council members, Chief Coe, members of the Frederick County delegation, IFF Local 3666, and the other elected officials here today for helping make the new Station 25 become a reality, and for their continued support of our family and of Josh's memory. Because of your steadfast support, Maryland is now the first state in the country to ban the first-generation non-arc resistant CSST. It was non-arc resistant CSST under lightning strike conditions that caused the fire that took the life of my husband, as well as that of Lieutenant Nathan Flynn of Howard County and an elderly Frederick County resident in 2018. While this was a monumental achievement, I remain committed to pursuing additional improvements to CSST safety requirements in Maryland so that no other family has to walk in our footsteps. I look forward to continuing to work with all of you towards that goal. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Before we unveil the sign, I'd like to thank President Chip Jewell of the Libertytown Fire Company, the Office of Senator Fulton for their work, and the State Highway Administration for their efforts in bringing this roadway dedication to fruition. I'd now like to ask Sarah, Aaron, and Maddie to unveil the sign dedicating this portion of Fingerboard Road, Maryland Route 80, to Battalion Chief Josh Laird of the Frederick County Division of Fire and Rescue Services. The signs have actually been posted, one by the Green Valley Shopping Center and one just over the hill for the eastbound traffic to see, and will be unveiled later today. Thank you so much, ladies. The year was 1982, 44 years ago. Members of the Green Valley community had fire protection on their mind and convened a public meeting at the Green Valley Elementary School to discuss the need for a fire station in their growing community. The Newmarket District Volunteer Fire Company raised funds to build a station at the intersection of Green Valley Road and Fingerboard Road. Ground was broken on the current Green Valley Fire Station on July 1 of 1984, and that station was placed into service on June 23, 1985. It was in the early 2000s that discussions began about the need for a replacement to the current fire station. The growing call volume and growing need for additional career staffing made the station's 3,500 square feet inadequate to sustain operations today. Today, the Green Valley Fire Station has 6 firefighters assigned 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and in calendar year 2025 ran a total of 1,718 unit responses between the fire engine and the ambulance. After many years of planning, I'm incredibly excited to invite County Executive Jessica Fitzwater up to share some words as we break ground today on the new Green Valley Fire Station. County Executive Fitzwater.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much, Chief Coe. Thank you all for joining us today. I want to thank you, Senator Fulton, for your partnership with the road dedication and coordination with State Highway and the entire State Highway Administration team for your partnership. Sarah and Aaron and Maddie, thank you so much for joining us today. Sarah, thank you for sharing all of those stories, and we know there are many, many more, but it really brings so much meaning to today's ceremony. And I know we already talked about this, but I thank Josh for bringing the weather today as well. I really want to also just make sure everyone understands how much Sarah continues to do for our first responders, for families who have suffered losses like they have, and for our community as a whole through Phoenix Advocates, and just really for her tenacity to make sure that each of us are always thinking about how we can continue in our different roles in government and in the community to make sure that we are protecting those who have chosen a career of service to protect each and every one of us. I'm really grateful that we're all here to have this opportunity to honor Battalion Chief Josh Laird, not only with this road dedication, but also through the groundbreaking. Knowing that Josh was involved in the planning for this new station from the beginning really brings even additional meaning to today. This fire station has been a long time in the works, as you heard Chief Coe say, and will be nearly 20,000 square feet, include an 8-unit bay, have a training tower, and room for 16 firefighters. This added capacity is critically important for our growing community and will improve emergency response for 15,000 residents. We're also continuing to prioritize the health and wellness of our firefighters and emergency response personnel. The station will include fitness rooms and cancer prevention design features that will make sure that we're centering that health and wellness of our incredible men and women who choose to serve. This type of project takes a lot of collaboration, so I want to thank our entire fire and rescue, public works, and budget teams for their collaborative work to keep this project moving forward for Station 25 and our entire Green Valley community. And we anticipate this station to be finished in the summer of 2027, so we're very excited that we'll all be able to be back here to cut the ribbon on a beautiful new station that will serve the residents of our community and our first responders alike. So thank you all for your partnership and for being here today.
Thank you, County Executive Fitzwater. Well, the time has come. I would now like to ask the County Executive Fitzwater, members of our County Council, our elected officials who are here with us today, a representative from Tech Contracting and Bignell, Watkins, and Hasser, all come up and join us and grab a gold shovel and move some dirt. So Delegate Pippi does have a presentation on behalf of the House of Delegates, so we'll ask him to come up.
I'll be brief, but I just wanted to say that you know what makes our first responders special is that they're heroes, right? That's the word, hero. And the reason they're heroes is because, as the senator said, when everyone else is running away from danger, they're running to it. And they know that when they sign up for this profession that one day they may have to risk it all. And the reason why I'm so proud to be here today on behalf of our 15-member delegation is that I want to make sure that everyone knows here that the battalion chief's a hero, and he will be going forward. So this is a official citation from the Frederick County delegation, and it's to the family of Battalion Chief Josh Laird. And it says, in recognition, the Battalion Chief Josh Laird Road dedication, may this day and each day going forward honor Battalion Chief Josh Laird's ultimate sacrifice for our community. And we thank your family very much for him. And so if you want to come up. And then the last one, you know, the House of Delegates is always last. I don't know what it is. But the People's House, you know, come on. There's more of us than those senators. But anyways, this is just for the Green Valley Fire Station. It says, in recognition of the groundbreaking of the Green Valley Fire Station, may this historic occasion mark a new and exciting chapter in the department's commitment to serving our community. And I'll say it, this and this go together because we have heroes and then we put our money where our mouth is by supporting our first responders for this community. So thank you guys very much. I'm going to give you all.
Thank you, Delegate.
Okay, thank you.
Well, I think after hearing all the words today, there is no doubt that this roadway dedication and this groundbreaking ceremony belonged together for Josh. Let it be Frederick County's continued commitment to never forget those who gave all in service. I would like to thank County Executive Fitzwater and the members of our County Council for their support on this important project. I'd like to thank our partners in the Division of Public Works, the Division of Parks and Recreation, the Division of Water and Sewer Utilities, the Division of Planning and Permitting, our contractor, Tech Contracting Incorporated, and our architect, Bignell, Watkins, and Hasser, for their partnership in moving this new fire station project forward. With the County Executive, I look forward to everyone coming back in the summer of 2027 for the ribbon cutting of the new Green Valley Fire Station. Thank you for all coming today. This concludes today's ceremony.